Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel The Car Cove. If you've ever driven through rough terrain in India or watched an off-roading video online, chances are you've already seen this beast in action. Rugged, unapologetically bold, and deeply rooted in India's automotive history, the Mahindra Thar is not just a car, it's a statement. In today's episode, we're diving deep into the legend of the Thar, where it comes from, what it offers today, and why it continues to capture the imagination of car lovers across the country. To understand the Thar, you have to go back to the origins of Mahindra as a company. Decades ago, Mahindra began its journey assembling Willys Jeeps in India. That DNA has always stayed intact. The original Jeeps were never about luxury. They were purpose-built machines designed to get from point A to B, regardless of what came in between, be it mountains, rivers, or muddy trails. Over time, Mahindra evolved that concept into what would become the Thar. The Thar, as we know it today, officially made its debut in 2010, and while it wasn't the first off-roader from Mahindra, it was the first one that really brought the off-roading lifestyle into the mainstream. It offered old-school looks, serious capability, and a kind of rawness that you rarely see in modern cars. But it also had its flaws. The interior quality was average, comfort wasn't a priority, and daily driving, well, that was a bit of compromise. Fast forward to 2020, and Mahindra did something bold. They completely redesigned the Thar, not just to make it more appealing to off-roaders, but to make it a vehicle you could actually live with every day. The new Gen Thar launched in October 2020, and it quickly became one of the most talked about cars in India. Pre-bookings went off the charts, and for good reason. Mahindra had pulled off what many thought was impossible. They had made the Thar cool and practical. Let's talk about what makes the new Thar stand out. First off, the design. Mahindra kept the boxy silhouette, which is a nod to its roots, but modernized everything else. The front grille, while still upright and commanding, now feels more refined. LED DRLs, wide fenders, and a muscular stance give it a presence that few cars in this price range can match. Whether you're parked in front of a cafe told to copyright or crawling over rocks, the Thar looks like it belongs. Step inside, and you'll see one of the biggest transformations. The cabin now actually feels like a modern car. It's not luxurious in the traditional sense, but it's well-built and surprisingly feature-rich. You get a touchscreen infotainment system with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, roof-mounted speakers for better sound clarity, a multi-function steering wheel, and even washable interior surfaces. Because let's be honest, if you're using the Thar the way it's meant to be used, things are going to get a little messy. Now, let's talk power. The new Thar comes with two engine options. A 2.0-liter M Stallion turbo petrol that delivers about 150 horsepower, and a 2.2-liter M-Hawk diesel engine with around 130 horsepower. Both engines come with either a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed automatic gearbox, but more importantly, they come with 4x4 as standard. That means every Thar, regardless of engine or variant, is ready to go off the beaten path right from the showroom floor. Off-road capability is where the Thar truly shines. It's built on a ladder frame chassis, has a low-range gearbox, mechanical locking differentials, and impressive approach and departure angles. Whether you're navigating deep water, steep inclines, or rocky surfaces, the Thar just powers through. It's the kind of car that makes you want to find excuses to leave the road. But what surprised a lot of people about the new Thar is how much better it behaves on the road. The older Thar was noisy, bouncy, and not really suited for highway driving. This new version, it's much more refined. Sure, it's not going to handle like a sedan or an SUV, but for something with solid off-road credentials, it's impressively composed. The steering is better weighted. The suspension absorbs bumps more gracefully, and cruising at highway speeds isn't the chore it used to be. Fuel economy isn't the Thar's strong suit, but that's not really the point of a car like this. With the petrol automatic, you're looking at around 10 to 12 km/L in mixed conditions. The diesel is a bit more efficient, giving somewhere between 13 to 15 km/L depending on how and where you drive. If you're planning long road trips, the diesel makes more sense, especially if you're going to load it up with gear. In terms of safety, Mahindra has stepped up its game. The Thar comes with dual airbags, ABS with EBD, electronic stability control, ISOFIX child seat mounts, and even hill hold and hill descent control. It also scored 4 stars in the global NCAP crash test, making it one of the safer vehicles in its segment. That's huge for a car that used to be considered more of a utility vehicle than a family-friendly option. And speaking of family-friendly, yes, the Thar is now available in both 3-door hardtop and soft-top versions, and even a convertible soft top that adds a bit of Jeep Wrangler style fun. But space in the back is still limited. The rear seats are better than before, but they're still best for short trips or kids. Boot space is minimal with the rear seats up, so if you're planning weekend getaways, some creative packing or a roof carrier is going to be essential. Now let's address the elephant in the room, at price. When Mahindra launched the new Thar, many people expected it to be priced like the older one, but with all the added tech, refinement, and capability, prices have gone up. As of now, the Thar ranges from around a superscript 111 lakh to over a superscript 117 lakh, ex-showroom. That puts it in competition with compact SUVs like the Creta, Seltos, and even some versions of the XUV 700. But none of those can do what the Thar does. If you're looking for adventure, character, and pure off-road fun, the Thar stands alone, and that's exactly why it continues to be such a popular choice, not just with hardcore off-roaders, but with urban buyers too. It's become something of a lifestyle vehicle. You don't need to climb a mountain every weekend to enjoy a Thar. Even driving it through the city turns heads. There's something about sitting high up, looking down on traffic, knowing that if you wanted to, you could just veer off into the wilderness at any moment. There's also a strong aftermarket scene for the Thar, from roof racks and snorkels to lift kits, lights, off-road tires, and wind chassis. There's a mod for every mood, and Mahindra knows this. That's why they've made the new Thar mod-friendly, with accessory packs and support from their dealerships. It's not just a car, it's a blank canvas for adventure lovers. Ownership experience has improved too. Mahindra's service network is vast, especially in semi-urban and rural India. Parts are affordable, and reliability has been a strong point. Yes, there have been minor issues reported by some owners: rattles, infotainment glitches, and panel fitment, but overall, the new Thar is a solid product. So who is the Thar really for? It's for anyone who wants more than just a way to get to work. It's for those who dream of road trips to Ladakh, camping by a river, or just heading out on a rail without checking Google Maps. It's for people who value character over polish, and capability over convenience. Sure, it's not perfect. Rear seat space is limited, boot space is an afterthought, and ride quality, while better, still reminds you that this is a body-on-frame SUV. But those flaws are part of what makes the Thar special. It doesn't try to be something it's not. It's honest, it's raw, and it's a whole lot of fun. As Mahindra looks to the future with electric vehicles, global expansion, and high-tech innovation, it's amazing to see how they've managed to keep the spirit of the Thar alive. The EV version of the Thar is already in the works, and if that ends up offering the same go-anywhere spirit with zero emissions, it might just redefine what an off-roader can be. But for now, the diesel and petrol versions of the Thar continue to rule the roads and the wilds. Whether you're looking at it as your next car, or just admiring it from afar, there's no denying one thing: the Mahindra Thar isn't just an SUV, it's a legend. And that's a wrap on today's deep dive into the Mahindra Thar. Let us know in the comments what you think. Have you driven one? Do you own one? Or is it on your wish list? And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to subscribe to the Car Cove for more stories, reviews, and everything on 4 wheels.